I would challenge you if you're going, hey, is this my thing? Do I need to do this or not? I would challenge you to ask yourself the question, to what end? Like, what's my end game with this? Because I'll give you an example. We know somebody who actually was involved in mining cryptocurrency early on, before really probably anybody in this room knew what it was, frankly, and did well because of how long they've been in it. But early on, purchased an electronics item with some of that cryptocurrency. And at the time, it made sense. I mean, why would I use my money when I could use this? Okay, fine. But in hindsight, when you look back, that was a 6-figure purchase that could have been, way cheaper when you measure it in our regular currency. So what are you going to do with it? And at what point, if it's, okay, all right, it's going to fund my retirement, I'm going to get rich quick through this, well, at what point do you get out? Because, guys, if you look at the volatility on this just this year, it's been off the charts. And so, think about what type of an investor are you?
Right.
And when it's up real high, do you go, oh, it's going to keep going up, so I'm going to stay in? Or do you go, let me cash in and I'm going to walk away and not worry about what it does?
I think that highlights the key difference here. Are you going to invest in it as a means of currency, or are you going to invest in it as taking a gain from it and going back to the U.S. dollar at some point, right? Because currency at its most base form is, what is someone willing to accept, right?
Yes.
In exchange for something else. And it's beginning to get more widely accepted, but not to the extent of the U.S. dollar. So to your point, when you're going to use Bitcoin to buy a laptop, the value of that laptop is going to be all over the place if you try to resell it. I think another point of clarity too is that Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin's kind of like Kleenex, right? There's tissues, but but everybody calls it Kleenex. I think Bitcoin can be accused of being everything, and there's tons of them out there, and some could be better than others for quite certain.
Yeah, there's a lot of, as I said at the outset of the show, it's a wild west kind of thing. But, people are creating cryptocurrencies. There was one that was totally fake. It had absolutely no substance in reality, but it had a price on it. The price was going up, and people were buying it, and it was like, okay, but when the merry-go-round stops on that deal, it's the folks that are left holding the bag that really have a problem.
Well, so let's talk about fraud. What do you do in these circumstances? And really, you're just, like you said, John, you're kind of left just holding the bag, because if there is fraud with regard to actual physical cash, there are avenues that you can pursue to maybe get that recovered. If there is fraud with regard to your bank card, your credit card, there are avenues that you can pursue. With this, you're really pretty limited in the event of fraud or theft.
Mine's best
Want more content like this delivered to your inbox weekly? Visit fastest4.com to learn more.